Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarva dharma swarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Sri Ramakrishna is describing regarding the Shad Chakras. There are various paths to realize the truth. There are various paths to reach the self, to gain the self-knowledge. Who am I in this body really? How do I forget the body and dissociate totally when I sleep? To the extent I don't even know I have left a body and come to dream state. Nor any memory remains. Who am I in this body? Why? What is happening? What happens in the sleep? What happens in the deep sleep? What is beyond? Can I reach the beyond? Similarly, what is this world in which I am living? All these things. So to reach the truth, is this world real, which is going to be totally obliterated the moment I sleep? Where does this universe go, world go, when I sleep? Why don't I have any memory of it even if it existed? Does this world disappear totally? And when I come to waking state, it appears again. What exactly is happening? To know. There are various paths to truth. So, inquiry into the reality. Veda tells, just look at yourself, transcend the various sheets covering you, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, and reach the self. Or go on denying this body lives. I am not this body, I am not this mind. What am I? What is left over the last? Denial. This is not the Brahman. This word I am saying is not Brahman. This is not Brahman. That is not Brahman. Because Brahman is infinite and eternal. These are all transitory. Which is the real? And this is one path of expansion to the objective ultimate and inward journey to the subjective ultimate. Similarly, we have devotional heart, love. The one who has seen and come, he tells you all the details, like a far-off country of which you have no information except the writings and nowadays video and all that. But I have not seen. Records are there. Scriptures are there. I have not seen God. I want a person who has seen. So I want a person who has seen God. So those people come and will give you first-hand report to you. How did I go? What happened? How it is there? Every detail is given by them. So the God is there within you. Just I tell you on the basis of my telling and scriptural authority, you can meditate on anything you like according to your nature, thinking it to be God. And it transforms you, cleanses you from the external most cover the body which has wallowed into this world of enjoyments. It cleanses. All the dirt acquired, all the desires acquired, all the tendencies created, all the propensities you have acquired, all it clears. Then you are yourself. No, nothing driving you. No forces are working. Everything becomes calm and settled down. In that still waters, you can see the bottom. So, the love is another important predominant factor. Meditate in such a way you love intimately God. He will reveal yourself. So many paths. One of the paths is the power which has brought you into this world remains in the bodily existence as Kundalini Shakti. To take you back to the source, awaken that power. Just like you put a pump and pumped the water into the tank above the house. The water, the energy that you put to raise it to that height remains with that water to bring it back to the ground level through a tap. So whenever you open the tap, that energy works to bring you down that water through the tap. Like that, to go back to the source, it is energy remains with it. Similarly, when I come to the world, to go back to our own, it needs energy. And that energy to transcend the nature and go back to the source is within us and is called Kundalini Shakti. To awaken this Kundalini Shakti and move higher is the way. So it is one more path to realize God. There is mantra yoga, uttering a particular mantra, which is a sound call, a sound signal. There are various methods. Sri Ramakrishna is describing one of them, that is the Kundalini Yoga. In that, Sri Ramakrishna is telling from last 2-3 classes we are passing through this. This Kundalini is awakened after great effort and the spiritual practice, the Kundalini is awakened. According to yogis, there are 3 nerves in the spinal column: Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. We saw in the last class what it means, just like we have central nervous system pervading the whole bodily existence, which carries the signals from every part of brain and from brain to back to the every part of the body. So this signaling system is flowing. The electrical impulses are flowing. So another aspect of it is, suppose in our own body, circulatory system is there, which reaches every point of the body, raises up and again pervades everything and drops down. So the whole thing is continuously circulation is going off the blood, carrying nutrition and oxygen and taking away the waste and throwing away. So look at it, how similarly we have respiratory system, so many systems. Where from the consciousness comes is our own core of our existence. We saw it in the last class, how it is linked to the outer world and spiritual world, and which constantly, like magnetic wave, lines of magnetic waves, lines of forces from north pole, it emerges out to south pole, it's continuously flowing. Like that, in us, the consciousness, universal consciousness is constantly flowing from again and again. It enters and flows out. Every bit, I am constantly linked to get this consciousness renewed every moment, though it is all pervading. Because there is localized, I identify it as my consciousness, individual consciousness. It is individualized. So, because individualization is something like a man-made thought. So, I am individual is not a reality. I feel, I experience myself separate from the rest of the universe. But it can never be independent of the external universe. I am inseparable part of this external universe. So this part that constantly makes me interact, and the energies, the cosmic energy, cosmic consciousness, Chaitanya, is constantly flowing. So this from the core, it radiates like, it percolates through the whole body. Every cell is conscious. Just like you have a cell, torch cells, just connect it. Constantly it is giving electricity. It is flowing, flowing, flowing. How it flows, you see. It's a constant flow. Like that constant. This flow, where from it comes, where from it goes. There are subtle, imperceptible, just like mind cannot be perceived, these also cannot be perceived. So these beyond human perception, there are something like nervous system, wires like, which conduct the consciousness and makes it flow to every cell it reaches. They say about 72,000 nadis are there. The nadi means that something like a wire carrying the current. Particular nervous system, how it gets split, and then how the minute nerve system, so similarly circulatory system, how the artery splits into hundreds of small capillaries, and again they collect together and go as vein. So like that, the flow of consciousness also needs a conductor. What conducts is called nadi. 3 important nadis are there, just like we have 3 important arteries. Then it splits into many. The main artery coming out from the heart, one going up, one coming down, all these are major ones. Similarly, from the core, there is major conductor of the consciousness. We call it Sushumna Nadi. And it splits into 2 sections because human existence has 2 distinct mirror reflections. 2 eyes, if you split one side, same mirror reflection as if it is there. So this bifurcates 2 legs to the brain, split into 2 hemispheres. And the 2 nadis move zigzag to make the 2 balance together and move. From that, 72,000 nadis, systems move, pervading the whole body, making the whole body, mind, senses, everything conscious. So these are called the 3 nadis, important nadis. No, not the 2, there are only 3 nadis. These are the major 3 nadis. Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. According to yogis, there are 3 nerves In spinal column, the term nerve is used because of the brain. It conducts electricity like signal conductor. Same term is used in English. In Sanskrit also, Nadi refers to anything that conveys. Now, the heartbeat, what is seen, is also called Nadi. Along the Sushumna, there are 6 lotuses or centers, the lowest being known as Muladhara. Now, there are 6 centers of consciousness. We are moving through the lower 3, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, only 3. We are dwelling in, moving about within this range. We have never entered into the Turiya, the 4th and the beyond. So 3 we are. Now, he is giving the lowest, Muladhara is the lowest one. These are levels of consciousness. How I slip into sleep, you see. I am at a different level of consciousness. I am perceiving some other world. When I enter into deep sleep, Sushupti, I enter a different level of consciousness. I perceive a different world there, of absence of all things what I know and what I can know. Nothing exists. There is one manasika vritti, only one wave in the mind, mentation. Nothing exists. In deep sleep, there is a one subject without an object. So, consciousness pervading this also shrinks back to be pure consciousness. So it is associated with body, causal body, that also it withdraws. Last. So, how we are 3 levels of consciousness: Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura. Higher also there are. Then successively, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna. These are 6 centers of consciousness. Chaitanya. The Kundalini, when awakened, passes through these. Now, the Sushumna is there, where the Ida Pingala cross. Because these are the centers from where the consciousness has to radiate at particular levels. I am in dream state. Now consciousness of the dream state must pervade my whole being. Unwanted things must enter into sleep. Wanted things, because there is a particular level of consciousness. The other consciousness should not be there. So what happens is, the main consciousness is coming down and it is getting split into 2 and moving. Each crosses is a center of consciousness, which is pervading the whole bodily existence, body-mind complex, and making me feel, just like when the doctors give anesthesia before surgery, you are totally dissociated from bodily awareness. You enter into a different state. You completely are withdrawn, you see. Similarly is the state in which we enter into a different, where it crosses, where the center is there the 2 nadis are crossing and taking the consciousness to again it crosses. The 3 are joining together. It is taking, it is going on the other side, it is taking and going on the other side to make the whole system, bodily system, conscious. These are like tributaries. and main flow is river. The river is flowing of consciousness. These are tributaries carrying to different places, Ida and Pingala. Where they cross is the conscious, center of consciousness. These are 6 centers. The Kundalini, when awakened, passes through the lower centers, comes to the Anahata, which is at the heart. Kundalini is power which is awakened. Now, it is like you are sitting on a Sputnik and it is going to shoot, passing through the various layers from the earth towards the infinite sky. You are mounted. So this, when your energy is awakened, Kundalini is awakened, the Jiva, the soul, as capital, not body and mind is and inner parts of the bodily existence. No, it is the soul. Now, of course, it is associated with Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya and all. They are bound at 3 levels, but the Jivatman, which is from independent of bodily existence, is called the soul, self, Atman, like that. The individual soul, because karmic stigma is there, karma is attached. It's going to pass through sukha dukkha of the past deeds. Yet it has a taste to transcend the nature and go. It is a sankalpa, a resolution to go in that direction. That makes him to go there in that path. So here, when the consciousness is awakened, the Jiva has aspiration towards the reality, to the ultimate expansion of this universal consciousness. I want to end where there is no end, unending joy, unending peace. We all Jivas are constantly in search of bliss. I want to be happy. Peace, I want to be peaceful, and I want freedom. So you want freedom for one day, few minutes, one life, how long you want? You want happiness, 10 minutes happiness enough? No, I want eternal happiness, eternal peace, eternal freedom. So when eternity comes into picture, I want eternal. So which is not eternal, he gives up and starts moving. So this Jivatman who has the sankalpa to transcend, when the Kundalini is awakened, it mounts on that power. And Jivatman is taken by that power, Kundalini Shakti, the individual soul, individual existence is taken along it passes through various experiences. Each center of consciousness, it experiences an entirely different world of more bliss, more freedom. So these are the centers of consciousness. When it comes to the 6th, it is called Anahata. Anahata comes to Anahata, which is at the heart. There, it stays there. At that time, mind of the aspirant is withdrawn from the lower centers. The 3 centers in which he used to move about, and the 3 states of existence, Jagra, Swapna, which he used to pass through. Now he transcends that. He goes beyond that and enters the 4th state, the Turiya. Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, the 3 layers, and from Jagrat he enters into the Turiya, another, where he gets the vision of God. He wonders at himself, Who am I? He has never known himself any time independent of body. He is totally identified with the body so much, he calls, I am this body. Anything happening, a small scratch, a pain, he says, it has happened to me. But the same pain is continuing when he is asleep, he is not feeling. Because of I am this body, he feels. Like Sri Ramakrishna, last days of his life, let the body and mind take care of each other, I am in bliss. So that intense suffering is going on, throat cancer, and he is in the bliss, Ananda Sagara. He says, let the body and mind take care of each other. How they transcend the bodily existence and identify with the cosmic existence. Anahata, it stays there at that time. The mind of the aspirant is withdrawn from the lower three centers. Lower three centers mean clinging to life, Manipura, clinging to enjoyments, Swadhisthana, and clinging to tamas. Sleep, excessive anger, lust, excessive. The anger becomes wrath, as if he's going to destroy the whole universe. So these are the signs of their being in the lower three centers. Intolerance, Muladhara, seeking enjoyments, dwelling on enjoyments, is daydreaming, like that. And Manipura, clinging to life. I want food, I want this, I should not be healthy, I should be always healthy, I should not fall in. All these are at Manipura. And beyond, he leaves all this and enters to a lay where he has no identity with the body. A reality knowing which he remains independent of the body for the rest of existence. Anahata, it stays there at the time mind of the aspirant is withdrawn from the lower center. He feels the awakening of divine consciousness. The light is now awake. This is called Chaitanya. Sri Ramakrishna on the Kalpaturu day, when he is walking in the garden, Kasipur garden, when the people come and bow down, he touches and may you be awake, spiritually awakened. May you be Chaitan, Tamar Chaitan ho. And he is awakened. He sees the light of consciousness. This is physical light, another is intellectual light, this is existential light. This I exist. First time he sees the spiritual light. Light in mute wonder, he sees that radiance and cries out, what is this? What is this? Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.